Hi, I'm Jason Ellison, and this is a speech about the COVID vaccine. The COVID-19 vaccine. What emotions come up when I say that? Right or wrong? Yes or no? We all have an opinion, and it feels like they must be written in stone. Like if you're not on the same side as me, you are wrong, and I can't listen to you. It doesn't have to be that way, though. There's a lot of good things to debate about the vaccine, but one thing we shouldn't do is adopt a decision that doesn't allow for factual information to make our decisions. We should always welcome facts to any discussion and be willing to learn those facts even if they aren't in agreement with what I think already. I did a lot of research before I decided to get the vaccine. First, I'll talk about how the vaccine was developed, the what-if scenario, your DNA, and finally what was used to make it. First, I will talk about the vaccine speed. Coronaviruses have been around for a long time, and we have been working on vaccines for them for decades. This vaccine was not rushed. The process to approve the vaccine was the same as every other vaccine that you've ever taken. What Operation Warp Speed did was to buy the vaccine and start manufacturing it before it was approved, so that it was ready to go immediately upon approval. Per the University of Michigan, the development of these vaccines has been accelerated while maintaining all safety standards. Rather than eliminating steps from traditional vaccine development timelines, steps were happening at the same time, such as scaling up manufacturing, while safety and efficiency data were collected. The University of Michigan Health 2021. So that means the steps were taken simultaneously instead of linear. 421 million people have taken the vaccine now in the U.S. Wouldn't millions of people be dying or sick if it wasn't safe, including lots of your friends and family? We know it wasn't rushed, but let's talk about the what-if scenario. What could the vaccine do to you in a year or 2 or 3 years? We don't know what the future holds. And just like we don't know what the vaccine could do to you, we don't know what COVID could do to you either in a year or 2 or 3. There's more and more data showing long-haul COVID causing problems for a long time after having the virus. The Mayo Clinic states that even those who had had a mild version of the disease continue to experience symptoms after their initial recovery. They go on, quote, although COVID-19 is seen as a disease that primarily affects the lungs, it can also damage many other organs, including the heart, kidneys, and the brain. Organ damage may lead to health complications that linger after COVID-19 illness. In some people, lasting effects may include long-term breathing problems, heart complications, chronic kidney impairment, stroke, Guillain-Barré syndrome, a condition that causes temporary paralysis. Some adults and children experience multi-system inflammatory syndrome after they have had COVID-19. In this condition, some organs and tissues become severely inflamed. Unquote, the Mayo Clinic staff from 2021. So we don't know what the vaccine may do to you. And we don't know what COVID will do to you. But right now we do know that people are dealing with the after effects of COVID for a long time. So we don't know what the future will hold. But will it change your makeup? The vaccine does not change your DNA with mRNA. The vaccine teaches your immune system to recognize the virus. According to the CDC, quote, the mRNA vaccines do not contain any live virus. Instead, they work by teaching our cells to make a harmless piece of spike protein, which is found on the surface of the virus that causes COVID-19. After making the protein piece, cells display it on their surface. Our immune system then recognizes that it does not belong there and responds to get rid of it. When an immune response begins, antibodies are produced, creating the same response that happens in a natural infection. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention 2021. On the Johns Hopkins website, it states, the messenger RNA from 2 of the first types of the COVID-19 vaccines does enter cells, but not the nucleus of the cells where DNA resides. The mRNA does its job to cause a cell to make protein to stimulate the immune system, and then it quickly breaks down without affecting your DNA. Gaber David Keelan and Lisa Margarikis, 2021. So no DNA changes. But was it made with fetuses? The vaccine was not made with controversial materials or ways. The vaccine was made using fat cells. The cells contain no aborted fetuses. There were no fetuses or any human body parts from abortions used. Johns Hopkins states, fact. The first 2 COVID-19 vaccines to be authorized by the FDA contain mRNA and other normal vaccine ingredients such as fats, which protect the mRNA, salts, as well as a small amount of sugar. These COVID-19 vaccines were not developed using fetal tissue, and they do not contain any material such as implants, microchips, or tracking devices. Gabriel David Keelan and Lisa Margaricas, 2021. There are no microchips in the vaccine. We all carry a better tracker in our hand or pocket every single day. The cell phone that you have contains more information than any microchip ever could. We know it is not made with abortions or microchips, and it is safe for us. So today, we've learned that they have been working on this vaccine for years. It's not rushed. We don't know what the future holds, but it looks like long-haul COVID could be very dangerous for you long-term. And currently, there are no long-term side effects from the vaccine. We have learned the vaccine does not change your DNA. It doesn't even reach the places in your cells where your DNA resides. Finally, it was not made with fetuses or microchips. The best thing you can do is research it for yourself, not on Facebook, and talk to your doctor. Ask them questions. Find out if they recommend the vaccine for you. Thank you. Have a great day.